Imagine walking into your garden just once, planting a few vegetables, and then watching them come back every single year without planting again. Sounds unbelievable, right? But nature has a few secrets. There are vegetables out there that behave just like fruit trees. You plant them once, and they keep producing for years. No replanting, no seed trays, no redoing the beds every season. Just food, abundance, and a thriving garden that gives back effortlessly. Today we're talking about 20 vegetables that grow like fruit trees. They're the kind you plant once, and they feed you again and again, almost forever. Stick with me till the end because some of these are so rare and underrated that even experienced gardeners don't know they exist. The last few on this list are true game changers, especially number 17 through 20. If you love discovering ways to grow more food with less work, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss practical garden ideas like this one. It's free, and it really helps this video reach more people who love growing just like you do. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's uncover the 20 vegetables that grow like fruit trees, the ones you plant once and eat forever. All right, let's dig in. The first one on the list is the Jerusalem artichoke, also called sunchoke. This is one of the most underrated vegetables you'll ever grow. Above the ground, it looks like a cheerful sunflower, tall, bright, and full of life. But underground, that's where the magic happens. It produces clusters of knobby, nutty-flavored tubers that taste a little like a mix of potatoes and water chestnuts. Once you plant it, you'll never need to replant again. These roots multiply on their own. You can dig up what you need, leave a few behind, and next season, they'll come right back, stronger and thicker than before. The Jerusalem artichoke is tough, drought-resistant, pest-resistant, and perfectly happy even in poor soil. It doesn't need babying or constant attention. In fact, once it's established, it can spread so well that you might even need to give some away to friends. This plant is the definition of set it and forget it. It grows, it feeds, and it keeps coming back year after year, just like a fruit tree, but hidden underground. Bonus tip: plant Jerusalem artichoke beside mint or garlic chives. They naturally repel aphids and root maggots. That combo keeps your soil healthy and comes back every year like a mini food forest. The second one is horseradish, the warrior of the root world. Once this plant takes hold, it's almost impossible to get rid of. And that's a good thing. Horseradish is a true perennial survivor. Even the smallest piece of root left behind after harvest will grow back into a full plant. It thrives through neglect, shrugs off pests, and laughs in the face of frost. What makes horseradish special isn't just its flavor, though that sharp, fiery kick can wake up any meal. It's the way it keeps giving. You plant it once, and it rewards you year after year with powerful roots full of flavor, vitamins, and natural health benefits. It doesn't need rich soil or constant watering. In fact, it prefers to do its own thing. Just tuck it into a sunny or partly shaded corner of your garden and let it grow wild. When you're ready to harvest, dig out what you need, but always leave a few roots behind. That's your secret to a permanent, never-ending supply. Horseradish is tough, loyal, and independent. The kind of plant every gardener loves. Once it's part of your garden, it's there for life. Bonus tip: growing horseradish near potatoes or carrots helps repel pests and boost root growth naturally. It's a simple pairing that keeps your underground crops thriving all season long. Next up is the sweet potato vine, a plant that feeds, beautifies, and keeps on giving. Most people grow it for the tasty roots, but this plant is a triple threat. Its vines crawl gracefully across the soil, protecting it from heat and erosion. Its heart-shaped leaves, completely edible and packed with nutrients, like spinach, but sweeter and softer when cooked. Once you plant sweet potatoes, you've basically started a cycle that never ends. Even if you harvest the tubers, just leave a few small ones or a cutting in the ground, and the plant will sprout right back when the rains return. It's nature's way of saying, "You'll never go hungry if you take care of me." This vine loves sunlight, thrives in warm climates, and doesn't ask for much, just loose soil and a bit of water. And here's something special. The more space you give it, the more it rewards you, spreading like a living carpet of green and gold. Bonus tip: grow sweet potato vines near beans or corn. They create a natural shade system and keep the soil moist longer. That teamwork means less watering and more harvest for you. Now, let's talk about asparagus, the king of patience and reward in the garden. This plant is like an investment that pays you for years. You plant it once, care for it during the first season, and after that, it becomes a living gift that comes back stronger every spring, tall, elegant, and loaded with tender green spears. The first year, you wait. The second year, you start to see its promise. By the third, you'll be harvesting delicious shoots every few days. And here's the magic. A single asparagus bed can produce for 15 to 20 years without replanting. Imagine 2 decades of fresh food from one start. It loves sunlight and well-drained soil, and once the roots are deep, it can handle heat, drought, and even neglect. It's the perfect plant once, eat forever vegetable for gardeners who think long-term.
Bonus tip: add composted manure or seaweed around your asparagus in early spring. It fuels growth and keeps spears tender and thick. Just a handful each season can double your harvest. Next up is rhubarb, a bold, beautiful plant that looks like it belongs in a tropical jungle, but grows perfectly in your backyard. With its huge green leaves and deep red stalks, rhubarb isn't just eye-catching, it's incredibly productive. Once it takes root, it keeps coming back every spring, bursting through the soil with new shoots, ready to feed you again and again. You only plant it once, but it can keep producing for 10 years or more if you harvest it right. The stalks are tart, tangy, and packed with vitamins, perfect for pies, jams, or even savory dishes. And the best part? Rhubarb thrives on neglect. Give it space, good compost, and a little patience, and it'll do the rest. It's like having a fruit tree that grows candy-flavored stems, nature's little secret dessert. Bonus tip: planting rhubarb near chives or garlic helps keep leaf beetles and aphids away naturally. It's a low-effort trick that protects your harvest and boosts flavor. It's a beautiful, self-sustaining combo that never quits. Now here's one that truly earns its name: tree collards, also known as perennial kale. Imagine a vegetable that grows tall like a shrub, stays green all year round, and keeps giving you fresh leaves without ever replanting. That's the magic of tree collards. Once established, they can live for up to 20 years, producing new leaves every few weeks, even when other greens have withered away in the cold. They're rich in calcium, iron, and vitamins, and the flavor is smoother than regular kale, less bitter, more earthy. You can eat them raw, stir-fried, or steamed, and the best part is how little effort they need. Just prune them once in a while to encourage new growth, and they'll reward you endlessly. Tree collards also grow fast, making them a perfect living fence or privacy hedge. They're strong, resilient, and evergreen, a true garden treasure. Bonus tip: planting tree collards beside basil or marigold helps repel cabbage worms and attract pollinators at the same time. It's a beautiful, self-sustaining combo that never quits. Now this one sounds almost mythical: the Egyptian walking onion. It's not your regular onion. This plant has a personality of its own. As it grows, it produces small bulb clusters at the top of its stalks. When those get heavy, they bend down, touch the soil, and root themselves, growing a brand new plant. That's why it's called the walking onion. It literally spreads itself across your garden one step at a time. You plant it once, and it never stops multiplying. The underground bulbs, the stems, even the little top bulbs are all edible, flavorful, mild, and full of that perfect onion bite. And the best part? It thrives in both cold and hot climates, needs almost no care, and laughs in the face of drought. The Egyptian walking onion isn't just food, it's motion, life, and self-renewal, all in one plant.
Bonus tip: planting it near carrots or beets helps repel root maggots and beet flies naturally. A simple way to protect two crops at once. Next, we have Malabar spinach, the tropical climber that never quits. This isn't your typical spinach. Instead of growing low and fading fast, Malabar spinach climbs. Its glossy green leaves spiral up trellises, fences, or even other plants, creating a lush, edible curtain of nutrition. It's packed with iron, vitamin A, and antioxidants, and it stays productive even in the peak of summer, when regular spinach has long given up. Once you plant it, the vines reseed themselves naturally. Even if frost knocks them back, they bounce right back with warmth, climbing again like they never left. It's truly a plant once, eat forever green that thrives in heat and humidity, perfect for tropical and subtropical gardens. The leaves are thick and slightly mucilaginous, perfect for soups, stir-fries, and stews. And when it starts to flower, those tiny purple blooms add a pop of color to your garden walls. Bonus tip: train Malabar spinach to grow beside beans or peppers. It provides natural shade and moisture retention for both crops. Less watering, more harvest. That's smart gardening. Now let's talk about chayote, the climbing vegetable that behaves like a fruit tree. Also known as vegetable pear or merleton, chayote grows on long, vigorous vines that can cover a whole fence or trellis with lush green leaves and dangling light green fruits. Each fruit is crisp, juicy, and mild, like a cross between cucumber and apple, and the plant can produce hundreds of them in a single growing season. Here's the best part: once planted, it keeps coming back every year. Its roots stay alive underground, sending up new vines each season. With just one plant, you can harvest baskets of fruit-like vegetables for years without replanting. It's a dream for lazy gardeners. It loves the sun, doesn't mind poor soil, and the more you pick, the more it produces. Plus, the young shoots and leaves are edible too, tender and delicious when sautéed. Bonus tip: grow chayote beside corn or sunflowers. They make strong, natural supports for the vines to climb. It saves you space and turns your garden into a living food jungle. Next up is Okinawa spinach, the vibrant, low-growing green that feeds you endlessly. This plant is stunning. Its leaves are dark green on top and deep purple underneath, giving your garden a burst of color while quietly producing food every day. Native to Asia, Okinawan spinach is a true perennial. Once it takes root, it grows year-round in warm climates and comes back effortlessly after the rains. It's rich in antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins, and has a subtle, slightly tangy taste that works in soups, salads, and stir-fries. Even better, it's been linked to longevity in Okinawan diets, the same region famous for having some of the world's healthiest people. It's a plant that doesn't demand attention. Just give it a bit of shade, a little moisture, and it'll spread gently like a living green carpet. Perfect for edging garden beds or filling empty corners with edible beauty.
Bonus tip: plant Okinawa spinach beside lemongrass or ginger. They keep pests away and enhance soil aroma naturally. You'll grow a garden that looks, smells, and tastes amazing. Before we move on to the next powerhouse plant, quick check-in, my garden friends. If you're enjoying these plant once, eat forever ideas, go ahead and tap that subscribe button right now. It helps the channel grow, and it tells me you love learning about food that practically grows itself. And hey, drop your favorite vegetable in the comments. I'd love to know which one's surprising you the most so far. All right, let's keep going because the next one might just change how you see your garden forever. Now, let's talk about Moringa, Often called the miracle tree, this plant is a true survivor. Once you plant it, it grows fast, sometimes over 10 feet in a single season, and it never stops giving. Every part of it is useful. The leaves, the pods, even the seeds. The leaves are tender, nutrient-dense, and taste like a cross between spinach and matcha, packed with protein, iron, and vitamins A and C. In many parts of the world, moringa is used to fight malnutrition because it grows where other crops can't. It loves sunlight, survives drought, and thrives in poor soil, all while regenerating itself after every cut. Once established, it's almost indestructible. The best part? You can keep harvesting the leaves every week, and the more you trim, the more it grows, like nature's own renewable energy source for food. Bonus tip. Grow moringa near lemongrass or basil. They repel leaf miners and mosquitoes, keeping your mini food forest healthy. Plus, those scents together make your garden smell incredible. Up next is sorrel, or as some call it, roselle or Jamaican sorrel. This is the plant that brings both beauty and flavor to your garden. Its deep red stems, green leaves, and bright crimson calices make it look like an ornamental flower, but everything about it is edible and useful. The leaves have a tangy, lemony flavor, perfect for soups and salads, while the red calices are used to make the famous Jamaican sorrel drink, sweet, tart, and rich in vitamin C. What makes sorrel special is how it behaves like a fruit tree. Once you plant it, it reseeds itself easily. Even if you cut it back, new shoots return the next season stronger than before. It loves sunlight, thrives in tropical heat, and asks almost nothing in return, just good drainage and a little space to show off its color. And when it blooms, your garden lights up like it's celebrating. Bonus tip. Pair sorrel with ginger or turmeric. They boost soil health and make your harvest taste even richer. It's a natural blend of spice, color, and nutrition. Now, let's move to a real hidden gem, perennial spinach, also known as Suriname or Brazilian spinach. This leafy green is a gift for anyone who hates constant replanting. Unlike regular spinach that fades fast, perennial spinach keeps producing lush, crinkled leaves all year long. Once you plant it, it spreads gently across the soil, forming a low, edible ground cover that's both decorative and delicious. The leaves are thick, slightly crunchy, and hold up beautifully in stir-fries or soups. And because it thrives in warm, humid weather, it's perfect for tropical or subtropical gardens. It loves partial shade, grows fast, and asks almost nothing in return. If you want an effortless cut-and-come-again green that never stops giving, this is it.
Bonus tip. Grow perennial spinach beside ginger or turmeric. They share nutrients well and help keep the soil pest-free. You'll get healthier roots and endless greens side by side. Next up is taro, also known as cocoyam, a tropical root crop that behaves just like a fruit tree underground. Once you plant it, taro builds a deep, steady root system that comes back stronger each year. Its broad, heart-shaped leaves are stunning. They capture sunlight like solar panels, fueling the thick, starchy corms below the soil. Those roots are rich, creamy, and slightly nutty, a staple food across Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. The beauty of taro is how little maintenance it needs. It thrives in wet or swampy spots where most vegetables fail, making it perfect for areas with heavy rainfall or poor drainage. And even after harvest, small side corms left in the ground will sprout again next season, meaning you plant it once and it keeps feeding you indefinitely. It's like nature's answer to the question, what if one plant could feed you completely? Bonus tip. Grow taro near lemongrass or turmeric. They deter snails and rot-causing fungi, keeping your roots clean and strong. It's a perfect natural defense for long-term harvests. Now let's talk about winged bean, the plant that truly lives up to the everything is edible promise. Native to tropical regions, this vine produces pods that look like little green stars, four-winged and full of crunch. But here's the amazing part. You can eat every part of it. The pods, leaves, flowers, and even the roots are edible and protein-rich. Once established, it grows like crazy, climbing fences and trellises, blessing you with new pods every few days. Winged beans thrive in heat, humidity, and poor soil. It fixes nitrogen, enriching your garden naturally, so every season your soil gets better, not weaker. And with the right care, it reseeds itself easily, giving you endless harvests year after year. It's like nature's answer to the question, what if one plant could feed you completely? Bonus tip, planting winged beans beside corn or moringa supports its climb and helps boost soil fertility naturally. It's a living food network that takes care of itself. Next up is cassava, which is a survivor's plant. Once you plant its cuttings, it doesn't just grow, it thrives, even in poor soil and dry seasons where other vegetables fail. Beneath the soil, it forms thick, starchy roots that can stay fresh underground for months, waiting patiently until you're ready to harvest. What makes cassava special is its simplicity. You don't need fancy care or fertilizers. Just plant the stem, water it once in a while, and give it sunlight. Within 8 to 12 months, you'll have a full root harvest, and if you leave some pieces in the ground, new plants will sprout on their own the next season. Even the leaves are edible when cooked, rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals. It's truly a full-circle crop that keeps feeding you without asking for much. Bonus tip, intercrop cassava with beans or maize, boost soil nitrogen, and help reduce weed growth naturally. It's an easy way to grow more food in the same space. Now, let's talk about arrowroot, the quiet achiever of the garden world. At first glance, it looks like just another leafy tropical plant, but hidden beneath those lush green leaves lies its secret. Smooth, white roots that make one of the finest, most digestible flowers in the world. It's gentle on the stomach, naturally gluten-free, and used for centuries as a healing food.
Arrowroot is a true perennial. Once it settles in, the underground rhizomes keep multiplying every season. You can harvest what you need and leave a few roots behind, and they'll regrow without fail, year after year. It thrives in humid, shady areas, perfect for spots where other crops struggle. This plant doesn't just feed your body, it restores your soil. Its roots loosen compacted ground, allowing water and air to reach deep layers, preparing the earth for future growth. Bonus tip, plant arrowroot beside turmeric or ginger. They share moisture well and help prevent root rot naturally. It's a stress-free trio that keeps your garden alive and balanced. Next up is Ceylon spinach, also known as Bacella alba or Indian spinach. This tropical vine is one of the most underrated perennial greens you can grow. Its thick, glossy leaves are packed with iron, calcium, and antioxidants, and they stay tender even under intense heat when regular spinach withers away. Ceylon spinach loves to climb. Give it a trellis, fence, or even a small pole, and it'll wrap around beautifully, producing a cascade of edible greens all year round. The more you harvest, the more it grows, an endless supply of nutrient-rich leaves for soups, stews, and salads. And when it flowers, tiny purple blooms attract bees and butterflies, turning your garden into a pollinator paradise. Bonus tip, grow Ceylon spinach beside sweet potato vine or okra. They share nutrients and create natural shade that keeps soil cool and moist. It's an easy way to keep your greens lush through any season. Now this one might surprise you. Bamboo shoots. Most people think of bamboo as just a fast-growing plant for privacy or decoration, but certain species like Bambusa vulgaris or Dendrocalamus asper produce tender, edible shoots that come back every single year. Once bamboo is established, it grows like a force of nature. Its underground rhizomes spread deep and wide, sending up new shoots season after season. You harvest the young shoots when they're still tender, peel, boil, and you've got a delicious, crunchy vegetable used in stir-fries, soups, and curries. It's a true plant once, eat forever crop. Give it sunlight, space, and moisture, and it'll take care of itself. In fact, you might even need to harvest more just to keep it from taking over. A good problem for any gardener to have. Bonus tip, plant edible bamboo near banana or ginger. They share shade and moisture, creating a balanced mini ecosystem. It keeps both plants happy and doubles your harvest naturally. And finally, let's end with a true legend among perennial vegetables, Chaya, also known as tree spinach.
Imagine a leafy plant so rich in nutrients that it's called the miracle green in parts of Central America. Chaya looks like a small tree with broad, glossy leaves that shimmer in the sunlight. Once planted, it can live for years, growing up to 6 feet tall, producing an endless supply of edible spinach-like leaves. Unlike most greens, Chaya thrives in heat, poor soil, and even drought. It's nearly impossible to kill. Just snap a stem, stick it in the ground, and you've got a brand new plant. The leaves are loaded with protein, calcium, iron, and vitamins, and they don't wilt away like normal spinach. To eat them safely, the leaves must be boiled for about 10 to 15 minutes. This removes a mild natural toxin, leaving you with a tender, earthy-tasting green that's perfect for stews, omelets, or wraps.
Chaya is more than a plant, it's survival food. Once it's in your garden, you'll never run out of fresh greens again. Bonus tip: grow chaya near lemongrass or marigold. They repel insects naturally and boost soil health, keeping your chaya vibrant and pest-free all year long. So there you have 20 vegetables that grow like fruit trees. You plant them once, and they feed you for years. These aren't just crops, they're investments in food security, sustainability, and abundance. If there's one thing every gardener learns with time, it's that the best harvests come from the plants that keep giving back. These 20 vegetables are living proof of the kind that don't just grow, but stay, feeding your family, enriching your soil, and reminding you that patience pays in the garden. And before you go, don't forget, if this video inspired you or gave you an idea to try, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive into practical, budget-friendly gardening secrets. Let's grow together, not just gardens, but a lifestyle that thrives naturally. Until next time, keep your hands in the soil and your heart in the garden.